big win for your club. I think in the last 3 seasons or so, your team has struggled to beat Kotoko, whether in Kumasi or wherever. But of course, in the top 4 you won. So back-to-back wins as far as that is concerned. But the 90 minutes today, and then what this does to your team as far as challenging for the league title is concerned.
Thank you very much. And we are still in Valentine, right? So happy Valentine to everyone. And we didn't have the time to celebrate that moment. We had the time to rather be with our team. But I think that once I have this opportunity, I need to wish everyone here who spends more time to develop and improve our football. I think that for us, it was just to prepare for a league game, and the festivities around this game is always normal. But the most important thing is the 3 points at stake, and then to keep pressure on the league leaders.
Right, and before my colleagues come in, I mean, the game plan before the red card, was it how you set up, or the red card forced you into changing how you approach
I think that in football there's always moments, and it's the moments that makes the differences. And the decisions you make in key moments and decisive moments of the game is what makes you a complicated team or a consolidated team. I think that what we knew about them, we know their strengths and we know our strengths. We know what we can control and we know what we can try to manage. And so what we could control is what you saw. From kickoff, we were taking the right spaces, finding ourselves in the key areas of the pitch. Hussein had free area where he could operate just behind the captain who was playing as a 6. So we had those moments, so it was easy to play out from the back and then to find us in those key moments where we can be very, very dangerous.
Right.
That gives us the goal. And after the goal and then the red card destabilized our control. But we needed to manage the game around that time. And so sometimes when the game is on, it's not so easy to structure players. But when you have them in the locker room, then it's easy for you to be able to set up the team again. So we had to manage the team for the 25 minutes or so, and then now we organize ourselves, and then we thought that we could still be dangerous. Even in the first half, still we could have gone up again after having that red card, and we're always very dangerous, when we manage to come out of, because there are always some spaces to exploit.
Right. Okay. Later.
Question. Congrats. Like you just said,
if you say so. But I think that I'm not a historian, so sometimes I don't keep track on. I try to think about this moment and then the moments ahead of us, that is the future. For me, what happened the previous years and whatever is gone. It's just for academic purposes. What is important is what do we do with our team now? And what we are doing is still a work in progress. There's still so many areas to improve. And I have still said that we are still 65 to 70% in where we are, based on the challenges that we have across setting up the squad. And so we are a team that is still in work in progress. And I think that is how we still have to see our team, that there are so many areas that we need to improve. I'll try. You have to ask yourself the question, why? He has nothing to justify to be in the Blasters. He has nothing to justify. I'm saying it today. Benjamin Sari has nothing to justify. He has nothing. When he went to Japan and he was injured. Did you ask where is Benjamin when we're playing Solomon at that time? You should have asked. If really you care about him, you should have asked. Where's our number 1? Did you ask? It was not much in the news. It was nothing. Did you know how much time he had to stay out? Did you know how much time he has to stay out? What you are thinking is different from what we think in our football domain. For us, rotation and deloading players is so important. If you hear we need to go into the world, if you hear EPL, if you hear Pep, Anytime, what does he tell the media? He said, give me all my players. Give me all my players and I'll give you a formidable squad. So you need to manage players. Football is not just playing every game. Oh. It's not about playing every game. Every coach wants to build a team with consistency, but you need to build a unified squad. You need to build a consolidated squad, so that if you take player A out and player B is, there's always force majeure. Always you make 2% to 3% injury situations. So we need to be thinking like this. Injury situations, so that the player can be injured. So have you asked yourself, how am I going to prepare the player, said that if their player is injured, I will not be putting my hands over my head in despair. For us, every institution has its organizational processes. Our strategy is that we try as much about they are first team goalkeepers. Solomon is equally as a number one, just as Benjamin Asari. Right. They are equally so. It's an important area that I need to buttress more, so that we can all be better educated. We can all learn from the game. That is why I started by talking about when he was injured. Did we think about who? Solomon was even not our number 2 at that time. Solomon was our number 3, because Solomon for 1 year he was not playing. He was our number 3. Swaib was the number 2, yeah, according to our ratings. But Swaib also fell ill when we were going to play All Blacks. He was sick. He couldn't manage it. So we had to even use our 15-year-old as our second choice in that situation. So we had to play Solomon. And Solomon had been working so well. And he's also very experienced, with Confederation experience. Now, he played so many matches around that time. Will you rob him off? You need to manage the situation. You need to make sure that you are keeping the two, and then the competition in our goalkeeping department is very, very healthy. Right. Very, very healthy. You don't find anyone. Just Benjamin has nothing to justify as Ghana number 1. Whether he played so many matches. How many matches does he need to play in our league to justify his position?
Right. Atakra, you haven't spoken. No.
Oh, Mankachio.
Atakra.
I want people to say no, and they say they also be kind of market.
Coach, congrats.
I never spoke with my player or my team about Kotoko, about this game. I never. You can ask any of them. I never told them anything. If you had my preview, I said, if you had my overview, I said it was important to consolidate what we know what to do better. That is what we can control. And the ones that we can't control, we try to manage them. That is the strength of Kotoko. But to be telling my players about my opponent, what about my strengths? I'll acknowledge what the opponent can do, and then I'll work on that. But to come and then, no, he knows what concepts that it's only concepts that I don't give in with my players. The concept in terms of how we all have agreed to play. And then when you come and you want to do your own way, that one, we don't compromise with that. But I want to control the ball hits my shin, I don't control that. I tell my players that, okay, this one I don't control it. In training, when you make a technical, I say, I don't control this. Because it takes a long time for someone to know how to play from the back. Before, he goes long, right? But now he knows when to go long. He knows when to play through the lines. So our players are getting better educated in terms of the game. And I believe that we will continue to be better. We are not better yet. We will continue to be better. We hear these talks, and they are aware that I don't like telling them things that it's not important. What is important is that how do I improve and grow my team? For us, we want to grow. Even me, I want to be better.
Right. Okay. You haven't spoken, yes.
Coach, first and foremost, congratulations on the win. You've preserved a record since 2000.
You know, we need to learn to play with courage, and then gain that consistency and build on the confidence. Many times we all say, play with confidence, play with confidence. You can't play with confidence when you don't have courage. You need to have courage with the tendency. You see where they were playing out from the back, and then they were confident. Sometimes they will lose the ball, no problem. No problem. That's why we have the structure. We will lose the ball, but we will win it back because we are in shape. So when they have the courage to do things consistently, that will help them to be able to play with confidence. No matter how, if you want to win the league, you need to win home matches. You need to be winning home matches. And that is the consistency that I keep speaking about, that we need to improve and be more consistent. Because if you want to win the league, you have to win matches.
Right. Wadud, last one.
Coach Wadud from Zura.
First of all, maybe I'll tackle the Hamza one, because that is very easy. You saw him play, so he played the game, and so it means he's present.
Are you going to see him?
Yeah, he's a House of Oak player, and then the second one was on my colleague Zito, right?
Yes.
No coach can change anything with a new squad like this. The only changes that you can see that a coach will be mad if you can change in the absence of a coach, and then you change the dynamics of the whole team. It's not going to be easy, because he's been working with the same staff, right? The same staff are around, so they cannot change anything. And we know the two teams know each other very well. And the 4 games that we have played, I think we came with the same patterns, and we know each other.
Right. Gentlemen and ladies, thank you so much for coming. Congratulations.